Hear all those crows? Look, see them? They're going after that hawk. That's what they call a flock of crows. They call it a murder. Look at them. They're on his shit. They're not letting up on him, man. So you guys can you guys see that? The hawk is the odd man out. See, the hawk flies solo, right? And he's really, you would think the odds are against him, so he's the victim there, but he's actually the predator. And because the crows hear all that noise, when they know that there's danger, and they know that that hawk is there, they all start squawking and start making a bunch of noise, and then they gather. And what that is that's information. That's all that is. See, and there's the one crow. He's still fighting with that hawk, but he probably cannot beat that hawk if he really gets into it with that hawk. That hawk's going to kill him. But he's going to fight anyhow because he's the brave one. All the other hawks took off. Like there's the one, or not the hawks, all the other crows left. And there's just this one solo, I don't know if you guys can even see that. There's this one solo crow who's literally in an air battle with this hawk, who is a straight up predator and has probably killed many crows. But this one crow is out there by himself. See, this is exactly what happens with society in general, right? Like, you know, those who are brave will start to speak up, but the cowards will fly away. And usually you just have like one or two, just a few that'll hang around and actually fight the danger off. They're the real champions. And that hawk, in his mind, he's just trying to survive just like those crows are. So both of them have a perspective of, I don't know if you probably can't see anymore. Both of them have this perspective of, you know, survival. It's just that the hawk's perspective of survival is at the expense of the crows. The crow's perspective of survival is just to keep reproducing and keep their families alive. And that is exactly what, that's exactly what's going on in America today. The world, in fact. Look how beautiful this is out here. And like I said, you can still hear the crows over there. But like I said, you know, that was a perfect example. You see, like, the one crow stuck it out and fought that hawk off. He fought the hawk off. He fought that hawk, even though it was against his odds, because he knows that the hawk has killed many of his, you know, of his kind. Where are they? Over there? There they are. But I mean, the others, they got out there, they squawked, they made a bunch of noise. They exposed the hawk. But exposing him was not going to do enough to stop him from killing their babies or going after their nest or whatever the hell he was doing over there. It was the one crow by himself that stayed on that hawk and fought him and fought him and fought him at his own expense until that hawk finally got tired of fighting with this damn crow that wouldn't go away. And that's the problem. And see, that's what, and like, you know, when I hear people saying all this stuff, you know, and they're talking, you know, oh, I'm a truther and all this and that. You guys are, most of you are just a bunch of damn crows that are just yapping. But when the time comes, and I know this because I'm a warrior, because I train to be a warrior. When 9/11 happened, I was working on becoming a professional skateboarder. I was a skateboarder for almost 20 years. I was tearing up, you know, all the area. I was skating for 4 companies, and I was just tearing it up in the tournament division. There was even a trick that was named after me because I created the trick. It's called a late pressure. It was a late back foot flip pressure flip. A late back foot pressure flip trick. And it became like a big deal. And like then all of a sudden everybody was trying to learn how to do this trick that I was doing. And I went on to go do the Warped Tour. I skated when Alien Ant Farm was there. I think Sums 41 was actually there too. In fact, I'm almost positive Sum 41 was there. And I'll show you guys eventually some of that stuff. I'll show you guys some of that stuff eventually. But, you know, that's the direction my life was going in. I didn't need to learn martial arts to fight. I've been fighting my whole life. Never had my ass whooped. Been fighting people on the streets. You know, as a skateboarder, you know, there's always trouble to be found out on the streets. And then 9/11 happened, and that was it. And I said, you know, I need to learn more than just how to fight. I need to learn tactics. I need to learn things that are going to, in case I end up in a situation where fighting is not enough. And that's another thing. People don't understand martial arts. They think it's just about fighting. You know, go watch The Karate Kid, because there's some stuff in there that in The Karate Kid. So why learn karate? So I don't have to fight. Some of this stuff is, you know, it's a script and stuff like that, but it's taken from old wisdom, you know. And you know, I see people on the internet all the time running their mouths and saying that, you know, saying this and that and trying to expose this and that. But what the hell are you doing? And when the time comes, and that's like people are running their mouths about, oh, I'm not going to take the vac and all this and stuff like that. You're a damn liar. You're a damn liar. And I know, because you know what? I've been able to read men's hearts. And maybe because they're NPCs and I can read them, and it might just be kind of like a thing. But I've been able to read men's hearts for as long as I mean, nobody's ever been able to bullshit me. And I see people, and that's why sometimes when I talk to people and they think, oh yeah, this guy is cool, and you know, so they want to try to bullshit me, you know, sorry about the wind. They want to try to give me a bunch of crap, and I could see right through it. And you'd see it if you see me talking to somebody, and if they're full of shit about something, you'll see me cut right through them with a knife. Because I will always get it out of them. I can tell, I can read men's hearts. I have always been able to do that. And that's one of the things that's also won me battles without getting into the battle, because I beat them mentally before we even get into a physical confrontation. Because they know that but by the time that we even would get to that point, they're already beaten. There was like a movie or something like that one time, I think, martial arts movie, Hero, with Jet Li and actually Donnie Yen, and they met up in a square somewhere, and they were going to have a battle. And before the battle began, they both closed their eyes and they just imagined what the battle was going to be, the outcome, and so you saw like all this battling, but it actually was the battle was in their mind. And of course, you know, Donnie Yen lost because it was Jet Li. Jet Li was the hero of the movie. I'd like to see who really would win in that fight, but not really, to be honest, because there's a respect for masters, and it was just an awesome thing to see. But back to the Crows. That's it. Most of the people, and this is the thing you guys have to watch out for, because if we go into 2021, I don't care what anybody says about, oh, you know, people come and go and say there's going to be doomsday and stuff like that. You don't have to listen to me. Turn on the news. They're going to tell you, you will hear the word reset come up a lot. Now they're saying something about a food reset. So, and there's people are talking about Bitcoin currency. You know, that's a currency reset. You want to know when the last time a currency reset happened? Was in 1972. In 1971, they set up a currency reset. In 1971, a lot of things were getting set up for the 1972 reset. And I've been telling you this. I've been telling you guys this. It's beautiful out here. And so you guys need to watch out, because if we do go into a 2021, it's going to be a whole new world. It's going to be a whole new reset. Everything is going to go. They've telling you, and I've been telling you. I've never told you just to give up. I said, you know, be prepared for 2021. And this is one of the things you're going to have to watch out for, because there's going to be a lot of delusional people out there, and there's going to be a lot of desperate people who are going to follow delusions. And what will happen is you'll follow, when in desperate times, people will do desperate they'll make desperate, irrational decisions. And you'll follow the wrong idiot, and and you'll start squawking like a bunch of crows. But only the real, true champions will rise. And the true champions, you know, they will be the ones who actually won't just run and just squawk with the rest of the crows. They'll be the ones that'll go out there and they'll fight that battle. But then where's the rest of you guys going to go? Fly off in a tree and watch the one crow by himself get out there? It's a good analogy, since speaking of the crows. I'm sure you guys love that movie. Bruce Lee died in 1973. First time I saw martial arts was in 1973. I saw it in a theater, or 83. I saw it in a theater. It was 10 years anniversary for Bruce Lee's death. And then I knew from that point on that I wanted to do martial arts. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna run around and squawk? Yeah. You gonna squawk around? Are you just gonna fly off and squawk and let the real champions get in there? Or are you gonna try to learn from those champions now and be prepared to be a champion for your family for the 2021, you know, agenda, the reset? You're in a simulation. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Everything in this reality is real until you're out of it. It's you know, it is what it is. If there's a total reset going back to 1972, fine. We wake up, it's 1972, you forget all this ever happened. You do it all over again. But if we wake up and there's a total reset and everything's changed, well, that's the world you're gonna have to deal with. I'm out.